today and doing it.
Mike, we're ready to start. Paul, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the City Commission regular meeting for Tuesday, December 22nd. I'd like to welcome everyone here and also to remind you to please turn off your cell phones and that we are televised live and air later on Channel 2. We're going to begin our meeting, call to order, with the Pledge of Allegiance followed by a moment of silence. And this evening we have two gentlemen here, Boy Scouts with Troop 351, that are going to start us off with the Pledge of Allegiance. We have Luke Siegel and Daniel Siegel. You want to come up to the podium, gentlemen? Whenever you're ready.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and begin with old business and the consideration of the previous meeting minutes for December 8th, 2015 regular meeting. Are there any corrections or additions or deletions on that? If not, are we ready for a motion?
Madam Mayor, I'd move that we accept the December 8th, 2015 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the December 8th, 2015 regular meeting minutes. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Under second consideration of ordinances, number 2 is the Charter Ordinance 56 General Improvement Projects. How do you want to proceed with that?
Madam Mayor, there's no changes from the last time the Commission heard this. As a reminder to the public, this changes the formula that authorizes the city to issue GI bonds, but there have been no changes since the first reading.
Okay. Any questions from the Commission for staff at this point? Okay, then let's go ahead, begin with the roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Dedeke.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That passes 5-0. Under new business, we'll begin with citizens' participation. And since there's really no one in the audience tonight, unless I'll open it up, is there anyone who'd like to address the Commission? Didn't think so. We'll go ahead and move on then. It's a holiday. It's a quiet night. We wouldn't be here either if we didn't have to. We'll go to general items number 3, the quarterly payment to Leavenworth County Development Corporation. Paul?
Thank you. Steve Jack, the Executive Director of the Leavenworth County Development Corporation, briefed the Commission on the quarterly activities of LCDC at the City Commission meeting December 15th. Based on that report, is the recommendation that the City Commission authorize payment to LCDC in the amount of $11,863.50 for the fourth quarter of 2015.
Okay. Any discussions amongst commissioners on that? No, it was a pretty good report there, very thorough. Okay, are we ready for a motion then?
Madam Mayor, I move that we pay the quarterly payment to the Leavenworth County Development Corporation not to exceed $11,863.50.
Second.
I have a motion and 2 seconds to approve the payment of the quarterly payment to Leavenworth County Development Corporation. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. And number 4 is the appointment to the Leavenworth County Port Authority.
The Leavenworth County Commissioners have approved to reappoint Greg Cause to the Leavenworth County Port Authority to a term ending January 1st, 2020. As part of the structure of the Port Authority, the City Commission must confirm any appointments by the Port Authority. So the appointment of Greg Cause is before you tonight for approval or denial.
Okay. And I was at the last Port Authority meeting and very pleased that Greg really does want to continue with that. He brings so much to that organization. Are we ready for a motion on that?
Madam Mayor, I move that we reappoint Greg Cos to the Leavenworth County Port Authority with a term ending January 1st, 2020.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the appointment of Greg Cos to the Leavenworth County Port Authority, term ending January 1st, 2020. Begin voting with Commissioner Dedeky.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Under bids and contracts and agreements, we have item 5, a change order number 1 for contract 2015-54 Mega Industries regarding the community center flood wall.
Mike McDonald will handle the next 3 items.
Thank you, sir. Madam Mayor and Commission, this is cleaning up some loose ends at the Riverfront Community Center flood wall project. This project was started construction in August of this year and is essentially complete. Along the way, we identified several items that we needed to take care of in the course of construction that were not related to the design of the flood wall itself. Ran into a lot of old pipe that needed to be replaced with new pipe to protect the integrity of the project and the parking lot. We extended the roof drains to connect some of this new pipe, and some of the material that was excavated wasn't suitable as backfill, so we had to bring in flowable fill, which is a type of a concrete product as a backfill. We found some sidewalk adjacent to the project that needed to be kind of brought up to speed to match into the project, and then we found some more sidewalk that needed to be brought up to our standards, and as a consequence, the city has incurred additional costs in the amount of $29,816.20. Staff does recommend that the City Commission approve this additional amount.
Mike, is any of that supported with KDOT? On the
This
80/20
was FEMA.
or FEMA?
I'm not sure how the payment will be processed project-wise.
I can add that the contributing amount is capped at $389,000. The project is well over that, so anything, it's not a percentage, it's a total amount we've been granted, so that's what they'll pay, and we're over that, so we'll get that full amount back for reimbursement.
Okay.
What about the control valve?
It's back ordered. It's nothing that they would keep on the shelf. They basically make it to order, and it should arrive in January or February, and the contractor will come install that. It goes into the vault. Right now, you drive back there. There's a kind of a pit, and I think it's got a steel plate or plywood cover on it that you drive over. It's about 15 feet deep. You take all that out of there, and that valve will go into that, and it has a cap, concrete cap that fits on it.
Okay. Let's see. So hopefully the weather will be with you in February.
It was pretty exciting when the river was talking about flooding, and our little hole we have to go put the plug in was full of railroad ties blocked up so you could drive across the openings. we decided we didn't think we were going to get flooded because we'd probably still be trying to figure out how to get the railroad ties out of that box.
Yeah, pretty unusual for this time of year too. Okay. Any questions for staff from the commission at this point? Are we ready for a motion?
I move that we approve the change order number 1 with Mega Industries in the amount not to exceed $29,816.20.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the change order 1 with Meg Industries for the community center flood wall not to exceed $29,816.20. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Change order number 10 to contract 2014-3, the Riverfront Community Center stone replacement project.
Madam Mayor and Commission, this is related to the Riverfront Community Center project, but it is a separate part of that. This is the entry walkway, which we've referred to many times as the bridge, which takes you from sidewalk on Esplanade into the main door of the community center. Initially, this was not part of the project because we were concerned over funds availability, and some of the cost estimates were prohibited for the repair. But the truth is, the bridge is steel beams set into stone that are busy deteriorating, and ultimately KDOT was able to approve that it would have funds available at the matching funds ratio to repair the bridge. The project itself is done. This change order number 10 in its entirety is related to construction or repair of the walkway bridge in $101,340. In that project, they will be having to work from within the community center. It will not impact traffic entering or leaving the building. However, the circular portion of the jogging track will be closed because they have to support the entire weight of the concrete slab while they repair the steel beams with the shoring system. It was also a requirement from KDOT that we had to use the same contractor. We couldn't hire a separate contractor to do this because it was part of the discussion in the original scope of work, and that was bid out. They deemed it would have been improper for us to have canceled or to close out our contract with PCI and sought separate bids, and they required, if we wanted access to their funds, we had to do a change order with our current contractor.
Did you just say the track will be closed
Yes.
permanently or?
No, for
Temporary. It's
about
temporary
6
loss.
weeks, 6 to 8 weeks tops.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sorry.
that didn't mean to scare anyone.
Well, I'd be hearing about it.
Well, Mr. McDonald, track be closed, or you walk up there, then you have to double
You
back?
can turn around and go back the other way.
Yeah, you're not going to close the entire track.
I wasn't.
Okay, yeah.
Community center staff will choose, I suppose, but there's no reason that you can't walk up to the work site, turn around, and go back.
Yeah, okay.
See,
It's still open, yeah, people still commute.
Measure it off.
It is, no, it's really well used. I mean, yeah, it is. It would be. You're inconveniencing people, we do hear about it, so. Okay, no, and we got a heads up on this a little while ago, so yeah, this is just coming to fruition here. Okay, anything else that you discussed?
When will they start, and when will they finish if we approve this?
believe it or not, I didn't write that down, but I believe they'd like to get started pretty quick. I imagine it'll be started in January. It move ahead. It's pretty straightforward work. It's good inside winter work for their crews, so I think they'd want it done before spring.
Yeah, could probably maybe keep us posted in your report on that, okay? Because, yeah, I'd like to know when that, because, yeah, we'll get calls. Okay. Anything else? Would we, ready for a motion?
Madam Mayor, I move that we approve change order number 10 with PCI related to the community center stone replacement project, not to exceed $101,340.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve change order 10 for contract number 2014-2003 PCI, the Riverfront Community Center Stone Replacement Project, not to exceed $101,340. Begin voting with Commissioner Dedeky.
Madam Mayor, wouldn't that figure be $1,376,000?
That's for total.
That's for the
Change,
The change order was for 101, but it does change
Okay.
the total
Total.
contract to
Okay, I was reading it backwards.
$1,378,44.
I vote aye.
Okay.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. And then we're going to move on to 7, the supplemental agreement, contract number 2013-52, KDOT 2nd Avenue Bridge at 5 Mile Creek. Paul, is Mike doing this
McDonald.
one too? It's Mike McDonald hour here.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Mayor and Commission, this is related to the project completed sometime back at 2nd Avenue and Lemon. This was a KDOT bridge replacement project where it was a very, very large project. We contracted out the inspection services in what's a three-way agreement between the state of Kansas, the city of Leavenworth, and Trans Systems Engineers. These agreements get complicated, and the first complication we ran into was actually reading it correctly The proposed change is actually $23,106.20 rather than $28,000 that we indicated in the policy report. This change is related to the contractor taking longer than the estimated number of days that the contractor would take. The contractor, through their scheduling of work and for a variety of reasons ranging from weather to material delivery and their choice of activities to work on, ends up requiring inspection for more days over the course of the contract than had been estimated and approved by the three parties previously. As a consequence, Trans Systems has submitted a request for this additional $23,106.20 to cover their costs. There's no additional profit to them. It's their audited overhead rate. But that would include, that would complete their construction inspection contract with the state. There's no payment required at this time because the state still has to process all the paperwork associated with the project, and ultimately anywhere from 3 weeks to 18 months from now there'll be a bill come to them. Every once in a while we get a check back from KDOT because we've prepaid on these projects. This one will probably get a bit of a bill. I don't know what that final amount is, but this sets the stage to finish the project accounting. And if there are KDOT funds available in their project fund, this expense is eligible for cost sharing at the project rate. In the event that it's not, there are resources in the city available through either this Federal Funds Exchange Program or other CIP resources to cover this amount should it come due in a manner that's not cost shared with KDOT.
Okay. Anything else? I'm surprised that we've been talking about since 2006. This has got to be one of the longest term projects since I've ever seen.
One of them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure you can point out a few more, but it does seem like we've been talking about this project we have forever. Okay. But anything else from the commission for staff at this time? No? Okay. Are we ready for a motion?
Mr. McDonald, how much was the money again? 23 what?
106.20.
Madam Mayor, I move that we approve the supplemental agreement number 1 with KDOT for the amount of $23,106.20.
Second.
I have a motion and 2 seconds to approve the supplemental agreement number 1, contract 2013-52 KDOT, the 2nd Avenue Bridge at 5 Mile Creek, not to exceed $23,106.20. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. And we're on to the consent agenda for claims.
Madam Mayor, I move we accept claims for December 5, 2015 through December 18, 2015 in the amount of $1,310,768.11. Pay number 25 effective December 11, 2015 in the net amount of $291,671.85. No police and fire pension payroll.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the claims as presented. Begin voting with Commissioner Dedeky.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. And for our last order of business tonight, we have an executive session for land acquisition. I think, but before we go through that, because we're going to be in executive session for about 20 to 25 minutes, is there anything at this time that the commission needs to share?
I have one thought. In the last month, Kansas City, Missouri, and the Unified Government of KCK, in late November, and then last night, the Independent City Council approved no cigarette sales, tobacco sales to people under 21 age. You had to be 21 or over to purchase tobacco, raised from 18 to 21. It wasn't against the law to possess it, just to purchase it. And I'm just throwing that out to wonder if there's any traction here among the City Commission to possibly consider that for the city of Leavenworth.
And
I think it'd be impossible to enforce.
It was for the sale? It was for the sale?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be impossible to enforce. You tell the retailers they must have an ID, just like they do with beer, and retailers would enforce it.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, something to think
It's a
about.
public input.
I know KCMO did it, Unified Government did it, Independence did it last night. And, you know, one of the arguments is if you're old enough to defend the country, you should be old enough to smoke. And I agree with that
You're in the
argument. So that
military.
if you're active duty military or veteran, and you're under 21, you can buy them. I don't care. But I do think it's something that maybe should be, you know, discussed. Not necessarily proposing it, but it's an idea.
Do you want to look at it on a study session if we discuss it? Is that what you're proposing? I mean, that's what we usually do.
Sure, yeah. If you want to put it on the study session, yeah.
So I need
Yeah, you have the
some,
authority to put it on the study session.
do you want to think about it over the holidays, or do I
Yeah.
support him on this? Yeah?
I'd rather think about it
Yeah.
and see if I get, after this, if I get any input from the
Okay.
community.
So put it on a study session? Did you say?
I'm
You have the authority to put it on a study session.
I
Yeah.
do, sir, but I want some backup on this too. I am anti-smoking in any shape or form, so I would discuss it with you, I would, but I need one more.
Go ahead and put it on the study session.
All
Yeah,
right, sir.
get some
yeah.
We'll discuss whether we do it or
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
worth-
And actually, it will. If we discuss it, probably you're going to have to go up to people and ask them in this case, usually. If we put it on a study session, you'll get feedback.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the liquor laws and different things are too, so, you know, to go along with that, just if somebody can drink when they're 18, can they?
They can't drink when they're
smoke.
18.
Not even beer anymore?
No, hadn't been since 1983.
You know, you gotta.
And we were, they allowed us to do it because we were much more mature. Nowadays.
I don't know about that, but,
I mean, we
yeah.
were much more mature.
Yeah, put it on a study session. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, Paul,
I'll put it on.
add that to the list there, okay. All right, anything else?
Well, I just kind of would like to, we don't have a meeting next week, and Christmas and New Year's will be coming, so I just kind of like to wish everybody in our community and the rest of the commission too, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's all that I was going to add to the same, but thank you.
sorry.
But no, that's okay. You can
I
step.
thought it was
Hey, I know you
several
didn't
of us
really have to.
say the
That's, I
same
think it's
thing.
from all of us,
Wish
yeah.
everybody a
Yeah, a Merry Christmas and a
Merry
Happy
Christmas
New
and a
Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, no, that's okay, sir. I opened it up, that's what I get on that. Okay, anyone else? If not, we need to go into executive session for land acquisition for, you want 20 minutes? And then if we need to extend, we can.
Do we expect any action afterwards?
No.
Okay. Madam Mayor, I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of land acquisition. We return to this room at 7:45 by this clock.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to go in executive session for land acquisition to return here at 7:45. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 All right.
We are in executive session. We are back in session. We have no action for the executive session. So with that, we need a motion to adjourn.
Madam Mayor, go ahead. Madam Mayor, I move that we close the last meeting of 2015.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to close the last meeting for 2015. Begin voting with Commissioner Dedekis.
All right.
Aye.
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 Aye. We are adjourned. Happy holidays, everyone.
See you next year.